Hey guys, welcome back to CALLOUS Invitational 3, Round 3 action. The first set of Round 3, like I said, and Game 1 in this one did not disappoint. Was very close, good game, could have gone either way, but it did end up going the way of Golden Sun on his February Stars ult. So that puts Zomog in a position where he must win this game and a potential Game 3, or he will be eliminated from the tournament. So we'll switch sides for continuity. It'll be Golden Sun on the bottom again and Zomog on the top. It's going to be a Lax and a T-Tower lead, respectively. T-Tower obviously with the advantage in this 1v1. Goes straight Earthquake, and so does Lax. If we're going to do it this way, maybe Lax does have a shot. But T-Tower still should win this if they go blow for blow, getting lefties through the sand, whereas Lax does not, and being faster. They both switch at this point. It's going to favor Zomog, who's got a Skarm against a Pert, but it's going to quickly turn into a Magneton, which is not what he wanted to see. Spikes did come down, so we'll see if Magneton has Magnet or not. Looks like it does, since it's just going to instantly one-hit KO with the Thunderbolt. And there's no Dugtrio follow-up, so it's just going to be Skarmory down. February Stars with the early advantage. Thunderbolt, Earthquake, alright, that'll tie us up at 5-5, but it is a very low T-Tower for Zomog, but in exchange, there is a layer of spikes down beneath Golden Sun's team, so relatively close right now. I think February Stars slightly ahead, but relatively close. That's going to certainly help February Stars' case. He's going to nail Gengar for 82%, a massive number on the way in. And now Lax is going to come in on a spike. See if Gengar can punish that. He goes directly for Hidden Power, which has got to be Grass, aimed at the Swampert. But Swampert wisely get out of the way. Can Gengar punish the Lax here? Decides not to. He goes to T-Tower instead. And that is going to be predicted by Golden Sun. He goes Earthquake into Gengar. Very, very ballsy, and in this case, correct prediction by Golden Sun to pick off the T-Tower there. Now Meta comes in to bait a boom, and February Stars does not fall for that either, but he does end up with Gengar on Swampert here, which we already know has HP Grass, so he's going to be a threat to the Pert here. Lax is going to come in on spikes, and it is just HP Grass again, 14%. That should be good enough to where a Thunderbolt can simply finish off the Lax here, so I think the Lax should die. No, he goes Ice Punch. He's going to come up short. However, it is just going to be a self-destruct, so no harm, no foul. This game much faster than the previous. We've got ourselves a 4-4 situation. Gengar might be in some trouble here if it is Pursuitar. We'll find out. Not going to give him the opportunity. It's just boom, but we do not believe there's a Dugtrio for Zomog. He would have had a great opportunity to do that before, and he didn't. So, like I said, no Dougie in this situation. Here comes Meta. Swampert comes into that, see if he's got HP Grass or Psychic or something that can meaningfully hurt the Pert. 40% on the way in is not bad at all, but it will not kill with another Earthquake. Zapdos switches in here, trying to come in on an Earthquake. Instead, it's Hydro Pump. That's the second Pokemon that's going to be hurt very badly for Zomog on the way in via Hydro Pump. This one, 58%. However, Swampert stays in to eat a fatal HP Grass, and down that goes. So we've got ourselves a very back-and-forth game here, and we're at 3-3 once again. Zapdos and T-Tower both threats to each other. T-Tower should be safe from an insta-KO here, but Thunderbolt would do a lot. It's going to be an Ice Beam here. Metagross resists that. He does have leftovers, as we find out. Gyra comes in for Golden Sun. Zapdos is a great counter to that, but Zapdos is relatively low right now, so it could be dangerous. Meteor Mash, 33%. He also has to be careful of a boom here, though Zomog hopefully does not have to resort to that in order to kill this thing. Dragon Dance and Mash, respectively. Mash, should it not miss, will kill Gyarados here, and +1 Earthquake would do a lot to Meta, but should not kill it. And it doesn't, so it all comes down to Mash not missing here, and it does not, so the Gyarados threat is dealt with. There are still two more pokes, one of which is unrevealed, but Crisis averted on the Gyra. 3-2 situation now. Faster T-Tower for the crunch. That's going to bring us to a 2-2. This game this whole time has been super back and forth. Jolteon is interesting. I don't know that I would have gone to that there. Even if your last Pokemon is Jolteon, I think he's doing this in the wrong order because of the Earthquake possibility, but I guess he determined with it being a special tower that he's not going to have that, and he's right. It is just a crunch. So Jolteon and Zapdos are going to have to get it done here. Last poke for February Stars. What is it? Salamence. So Jolteon here could have a lot of devastating things. Thunder Wave, HP Ice, Thunderbolt with a crit or a power. There's a lot of bad things that could happen here. He goes Thunderbolt, and he goes Dragon Dance. That might be a win for February Stars now, unless he were to go for Rock Slide and miss it against the Zapdos. Jolteon seems to not have T-Wave or the correct hidden power. Zapdos does sneak in here on Earthquake, but now Mence has to decide whether he wants to chance the roll on Hidden Power or if he must go for Rock Slide. I think he makes the right call that he has to go for Rock Slide. And unfortunately for Zomog, the 90-10 cooperates. The miss does not come down, and that is going to be the ball game. Jolteon outsped by the +1 Mence and knocked out by the Earthquake. February Stars is going to win the set 2-0, but man, both games were close. Both games were a 1-0. Both games felt like they could have gone either way. Zomog, despite having a 1-2 exit, including an 0-2 in this round, that's why records and numbers just do not tell the whole story. Either of these games clearly could have gone Zomog's way. He had a very impressive showing, in my opinion. He really looked good and like he can compete in ADV, and I think there's a very realistic chance that he could be back in this tour next year. In the meantime, Zomog being my first play-in player to be eliminated, I want to thank you for your interest in this tour, for participating in the play-ins, and for your effort. Like I said, I think you had an impressive showing, but nevertheless, Zomog is going to be out, and February Stars will stay alive to continue on in this tour. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this set, and if you've enjoyed the tournament thus far. I'd also really appreciate your subscription, and I will see you guys in the next match.